Hello students, this is our second lecture of the consignment account. In the earlier lecture we studied the journal entries in the books of the consignor. On the basis of that journal entry, we are making the accounts. First is consignment account, second is consignee account, and third is goods and on consignment account. On the basis of the journal entry, we are starting with the ledger posting, and I know that you all know how to ledger post on the basis of the journal entries. This is the summary of all the journal entries, and on the basis of this we make the three accounts: consignment account, consignee account, and goods and on consignment account. We will study whenever we do the practical sum. Now we are starting with entries in the books of the consignee. Earlier we studied the entries in the books of the consignor, but now we are studying the entries in the books of the consignee. First thing is, whenever consignor send the goods to the consignee, this transaction will not recorded in the books of the consignee. It starts with the when he gives the advances to the consignor. कंसाइनर को जब एडवांसेस सेंड करता है तो वो क्या एंट्री करेगा? कंसाइनर अकाउंट डेबिट. इन द बुक्स ऑफ द कंसाइनी, द कंसाइनर्स अकाउंट शुड बी मेड. सो कंसाइनर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक और बिल्स पेएबल अकाउंट. Now second entry is when the consignee pay the expenses, some kind of the expenses paid by the consignee. So what would be the general entry? General entry is consignor account debit to cash account. Consignor account debit to cash account. Why it's a consignor account? Because ultimately who is going to pay this bill of the expenses? Consignor. So consignor pay the bills, so the debit would be consignor's account debit to cash account, right? Now third point, when goods are sold. When goods are sold. So first situation is the goods are sold for cash. If it is a cash sales, the entry would be cash account or bank account debit to consignor account. Cash or bank account debit to consignor's account, right? Second situation, when if it is a credit sale, then debtor's account or a name of the any debtor account debit to consignor account. Debtor account debit to consignor account. When goods are returned by the customer, it possible that is the sales return would be there. So what would be the entry? Consignor account debit to debtor's account. Consignor account debit to debtor's account when goods are returned by the customer. Then fourth situation, when goods are kept by the consignee. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मैं consignee और मुझे ये माल पसंद आया और मुझे ही खरीदना है, तो मैं अपने लिए भी रख सकती हूँ. तो उसे हम क्या बोलेंगे? परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू कंसाइनर अकाउंट. परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू कंसाइनर अकाउंट. द कंसाइनमेंट इनवर्ड रिटेन फॉर ओन यूज. नाउ fourth situation, commission. Obviously consignee get the commission on the sales. So what would be the journal entry? Consignor account debit to commission account. He is receiving a commission. That means it is a income. Income always in a credit balance. So commission would be in a credit. Who will debit? Consignor is paying the commission. That's why consignor account debit to commission account. Understood? Now last entry is settlement entry. What will be the consignment will we do? Consignee will do the rest of the amount. Out of the sales, he will deduct the commission as well as expense amount, and the rest of the amount, rest of the payment should be transferred to the consignor. So consignor account debit to bank account or bank payable account. The amount of the draft or acceptance sent in settlement, that is the last entry. And which are the account. Ledger account will be prepared by the consignee. Consignee will prepare only one account, that is a consignor account. And on the basis of this entry, we will make the ledger of, in the books of the consignor's account. Understood? Now let's start the practical sum. Illustration number 1. The Anup Furniture Mart, Ahmedabad, sent a 40 steel cupboard costing of rupees 4,000 each on a consignment to the Pawar brothers of the Bombay. So Anup Furniture Mart sent his goods. That means Anup Furniture Mart is consignor and Pawar brothers of the Bombay is a consignee. The consignee were to be allowed a commission of the 5% on a sales. The commission is 5% on sales. They accepted a bill of rupees 90,000 at a 3 months as an advance when consignee pay advance a bills of rupees 90,000. The consignor discounted bills immediately at a 12%, that is, we know all about the bill discounting. So consignor immediately discount the bill with the bank with the 12% discount. The Anup Furniture Mart paid 7,000 freight and 4,000 for wages on sending the goods. So consignor paid some kind of an expenses just like a freight and wages. Then Pawar brothers paid 10,000 for the custom duties and wages. So Pawar brothers is consignee, so consignee pays the various expenses. Pawar brothers send an account sales after 2 months, starting that 35 cupboard were sold at 6,000 each. In another account sales sent after a month, it was stated that remaining 5 cupboards were sold at 55,000 each. The consignee sent a bank draft the balance after the deducting their commission, give the journal entries and prepare the necessary accounts in the both books of both the parties. We have to given a journal entries in the both the books, in which in the books of the consignor also, and second in the books of the consignee also. Understood? Let's start the calculation. Illustration number 1. First we are writing in books of consignor. Who is consignor over here? Anup Furniture Mart. In the books of Anup Furniture Mart, write down the journal entries. We are writing in the books of the consignor. What would be the first entry? First entry is when consignor send the goods to the consignee. So what would be the journal entry? Journal entry is consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment. The first entry is consignment account debit to goods sent on a consignment. We have to find out the amount. So what is given? Given is 40 steel cupboard costing of rupees 4,000 on a consignment. That means 40 steel cupboards into a rate of 4,000 each. So what would be the answer? 4,000 into 40, it will come 1,60,000. So consignment rupees is 1,60,000. First entry, when the consignor sent the goods to the consignee. Understood? Consignment account debit 1,60,000. 2. Goods sent on consignment 1,60,000. Now, what would be the second entry? Second entry will when the consignor pay the expenses. When consignor pay the expenses. Who is paying the consignor? Which are the expenses? 7,000 for freight and 4,000 for wages. Right? 7,000 for freight and 4,000 for wages. So 7,000 plus 4,000, it will come 11,000. So write down consignment account debit 11,000. Consignor is paying the expenses in cash. So debit will be to cash account 11,000. 7,000 for freight and 4,000 for wages. Right? Now, third entry, when the consignee send the advances to the consignor. When consignee send the advances to the consignor, he will send the 90,000 bills for at a 3 months of them. So we are receiving the bills receivable. So what would be the entry? Bills receivable account debit to consignee account. Who is sending? Consignee is sending. Here, what is the name of the consignee? Pawar Brothers. So, bills receivable account debit to Pawar Brothers account credit rupees 90,000. Done? Now, fourth entry. Fourth entry is that if the consignor discount the bill immediately. Done? So, the consignor discount the bill immediately at a 12%. Right? So, if I am the Anup Furniture Mart and I am the consignor, I am going or discount the bills with the banks of rupees 90,000 and I will discount at a 12%. So first we have to calculate the discount amount. So 90,000 into 12% into 3 by 12, just because it's for 3 months. So discount amount would be 2,700. Right? The remaining amount we will receive in cash from bank. So we will receiving the cash minus 90,000. 87,300 we are receiving in cash from the bank. Right? So entry will be cash account debit, just because we are receiving the amount. 87,300. There is a 2,700 discount would be there, and discount will mention in the consignment account. So here we will write the consignment account in a bracket discount debit 2,700 to bills receivable account 90,000. Understood? For whatever consignment related transaction should be written in the consignment account only. Understood? Then some of the expenses are paid by the consignee. So ultimately the expenses bear by whom? Consignor. So there should be note in the consignor, in the books of the consignor also. So next entry is expenses paid by consignee. So it is an expense, right? So it should be debit on the consignment account. So we will write consignment account debit in a bracket expense of rupees 10,000 to who is paying? Consignee is paying. So to consignee account. What is the name of the consignee? Pawar Brothers. So we will write to Pawar Brother account of rupees 10,000. The Pawar brother is paying a 10,000 of rupees custom duty. So we will write 10,000 rupees for custom duties. Paid by whom? Consignee. Now the entry of the sales. So what is given? The Pawar brother assigned an account sales after the 2 months starting that a 35 cupboard was sold at rupees 6,000 each. So consignee, Pawar brother sells the 35 cupboard at a rate of rupees 6,000. So there should be noted in the books of the consignor also. So we will write Pawar brothers account debit to consignment account. Consignee is selling the goods on the behalf of the consignor. So we will write in the credit side consignment. Who will sending? Consignee. So we will debit the consignee. Consignee account debit to consignment. Let's find out the amount. 35 cupboards at rate of rupees 6,000 each. So 6,000 into 35. It will come 2,10,000. Right? Then 7th entry. Again he made after the 2 months, again remaining cupboards he will sell after a month, After a month he is selling a remaining 5 cupboards at rupees 5,500. Right? So again we have to write down the entry of the sales. So entry will be same. Pawar brothers account debit to consignment account. We have to find out the amount. 5 cupboards at a 5,500 rupees. So 5,500 into 5, 27,500. Now entry number 8. Consignee sell the goods, all the goods, I think 35 first and remaining 5, 40, all the cupboards sold by the consignee. So now consignor should pay the commission to the consignee. Now commission is payable. So let's calculate the commission amount. So what is given? Given is a consignee were to be allowed a commission of the 5% on sales. 5% on sales. So first we have to find out the total sales. So 2,10,000 in the first 2 months, and after a month there will be a 27,500. Another sales would be there. So 2,10,000 plus 27,500. Total sales is a 2,37,500. So we are writing down total sales 2,37,500, on which we have to get consignee will get a 5% commission. So commission amount is 11,875 rupees. Commission amount is 11,875 rupees. So let's write down. Commission is payable to the consignee. So it's a kind of a expense. So it will debit on the consignment account. So consignment account debit. To whom is payable? To the consignee. So Pawar Brothers rupees 11,875. Commission payable. Right? Now, at the end of the 3 months, right? At the end of the 3 months, the settlement amount received by the consignee. So how can we find out the settlement amount? So now we have to find out the settlement amount. So how can we find out? If we are preparing an account, on the basis of that we easily find out that amount, right? So I will give both the explanation. If we are not preparing the account, then how we will find it, and if we are preparing the account, then how can we find out, right? So first we are assuming that we are not preparing an account. Directly we have to write down this just journal entries. So total sales amount 2,37,500 we have to pay. Consignee will pay this total amount to us. Suppose we are the consignor, right? So total consignee will pay the 2,37,500, out of which the 90,000 of the bills receivables she already sent it in advance, right? That we are make in this our account. There is a 90,000 we have already received in the way of the bills receivable. So we will deduct the 90,000 also. Then a commission payable to him or a Pawar Brothers, it is a 11,875 also. And expenses paid by the consignee, expenses paid by the Pawar Brothers is rupees 10,000. It is, he will not bear these expenses, obviously. Who will bear? We have to bear. So 10,000 should be that minus. Then what would be the answer? 2,37,500 minus 90,000 minus 11,875 minus 10,000. It will come 1,25,625. This is the settlement amount. This is the settlement amount that consignee or a Pawar Brothers pays to us. So we are receiving the settlement amount from the consignee. So we are receiving a bank or cash, whatever it should be. So bank or cash account debit to consignee account, that means Pawar Brothers account. Rupees 1,25,625. 1,25,625. Understood? Now entry number 10. Now we are closing the consignment account and we will find it out whether it's a profit or loss. Now how can we find out the profit or loss? So we will calculate over here from this journal entry also. So we will write down debit and credit as simple. Now we have to see that if the consignment account is debited, then we will write on a debit side. If the consignment account is a credit, then we will write the credit side, and then we will find that there is a profit or loss. So I will make it over here as a rough work. So it is a debit side and it is a credit side, right? So first entry is 1,60,000. Consignment account is debit. So we will write over here 1,60,000. Then again consignment account debit is 11,000. So on a debit side we will write 11,000. Then in the third entry there will be no consignment account. In the fourth entry there is a consignment account debit to 2,700. So we will write 2,700 over here. Now in the fifth entry consignment account debit of rupees expenses 10,000. So we will write over here 10,000. Then in the sixth entry we will get the consignment in the credit balance 2,10,000. So we will write in the credit side 2,10,000. Again 27,500 is the credit. Then here the consignment account debit, so it is debit side 11,875. In the last entry there will be a no consignment account. Now on the basis of that we can find it out the profit. So 2,10,000 plus 27,500, credit balance is 2,37,500. Out of this we will deduct all these things. We will get the profit of rupees 41,925. 41,925. This is the profit. So we will write it over here. Consignment account debit 41,925. Why we debit? We will get the balance of the debit side, and that's why it is known as a profit. So consignment account debit 41,925. We all know we are going to transfer to the general P&L or P&L account. So profit and loss account. 41,925. And the last entry is which goods are sent on the consignment we will transfer to the trading account. So goods sent on consignment account debit of rupees 1,60,000. This amount 1,60,000 transfer to trading account. To trading account 1,60,000. This is how we made the journal entries of a practical or illustration number 1. Understood? On the basis of this journal entries, you have to make a 3 account. First is consignment account, consignee account, and goods sent on the consignment account. This is in your homework. So on the basis of this journal entries, you have to make these 3 accounts. Okay, thank you.